Religion, The Real Matrix, the book based on African spirituality and mythology from ancient Kemet or Egypt. Written by author Heru Ifangbemi, the book shows that all Western religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, plagiarize from African spiritual systems to come up with their religions. Buy the book on Amazon. Link is in the description box. Let's go.
I want to transition a little bit into hip hop. We're talking about hip hop, but as far as what's going on down in Georgia, we see the DA definitely putting the pedal to the metal when it comes to not playing with artists, in particular hip hop artists, and things that they may be doing off in and out the studio and out of the rap game, right? We see what's going on currently with Gunna. He just got his 4th appeal denied for release, and it doesn't look like they're going to let him out anytime soon. And she says there's more. What do you think about the current situation down in Georgia in particular when it comes to hip hop artists and their past and they're coming back to biting them in their ass? What do you think about that?
Well, criminal justice reform, is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? And that 94 crime bill that was put in place by Joe Biden and Bill Clinton, the 3 strikes you out, ghost dope. We've been fighting. And that's one of the reasons why I ended up getting connected to Trump's administration, was to fight for criminal justice reform. And we did get sentencing reduction laws passed. And these are some of the people that we've been fighting to bring home that can be sentenced for 20, 30, 40 years and be separated from their family. I watched us all come together and fight about separation of families at the border, but nobody ever considered the family separations that happens within the border. They've been separating our families since the days of slavery, when they had us up on the auction block and the mama crying and hollering and screaming because they taking her baby or her son. They've been separating our families since they gave us Section 8 certificates and told us we would take care of you and the children, but the baby daddy can't live in the house. They've been separating our family since we've been getting arrested. Like, it's just the law. If you get arrested, your kid doesn't go to jail with you. So many of our fathers and some of our mothers and grandmothers and aunties, all of our families been separated because all of us got somebody right now that we know that's probably in prison. That situation that's going on with YSL, YFN Lucci, all of that stuff is very, very sad. And what I want to say is we have to be smarter and we have to be wiser, because at this point it's a trap. And I think that's why they called it trap music, right? Because it's a trap. And we have to be wise enough to know not to give a tape confession, right? Like, come on. At some point, we got to become critical thinkers. Now, I don't condone that type of behavior in no kind of way, because I lost my children's father. He was in the rap game. He was murdered last year by a friend. We just got to stop contributing to the destruction. We are contributing factors to our own demise. And that's what we're seeing in that very situation. But I can hope and pray that while what's happening in Fulton County and they have this huge focus, on these rappers and the rapping gangs or whatever, that they don't forget about MS-13, why they leaving the borders open and we got all of these illegal immigrants. Because before Joe Biden took in office, I remember them fighting against all of these MS-13 gangs. But now all of a sudden the focus is now on hip hop and local rappers. So we got to be wiser and watch what we say.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with C. Dolores Tucker, but we had a conversation maybe a couple weeks ago about how she was probably right about, her advocacy against, the negative hip hop.
Said Dolores Tucker was a motherfucker. That's what he said. I remember. I was a huge Tupac fan too, but was she right?
We said, yeah. We said, unfortunately, yeah, she was correct. When my cousin articulated it beautifully when he said she was like that grandmother, that wise grandmother that knew and seen it way before it happened and was trying to warn people. But because we were so passionate about something, we ain't hear it. And now look at the monster we have.
And we most certainly have created a monster. And although it is true, we do need to fight against systemic racism. We need to fight white supremacy, but we have to understand that Black life is under attack at every angle. We have to deal with white supremacy. We got to deal with statistic racism. We have to deal with the women and even some of our men now having no value for life. The minute that they get pregnant, the first thing we screaming is abortion. We have to recognize the fact that a lot of our rappers being murdered every single month. We hearing about a different rapper, and it's by somebody that's from our own community. If we're gonna put a value on Black life, then we got to put a value on Black life. It ain't no one way to end Black life. We just gonna go after white supremacy and not add in all of these other factors, because all of them are contributing factors to our extinction or depopulation.
Powerful.
Absolutely. Now you